Welcome back, boys and girls. Christine here with more Mechanicus II. We are going to go after the Destroy Cult with Felix. We are going to be dealing with
a revision of our strategic prognosticator models has confirmed the existence of a parallel Necron command structure, the so-called Destroyer Cult. According to intelligence surrendered by the Faithless Kin, the leader of this parallel structure is known as Nihilarch Ukensep. Gathering intelligence on the Destroyers is crucial in locating and destroying Ukensep.
The Skitarii have relayed data from fighting these Destroyers. These particular Necrons seem more interested in killing than in any strategic gain.
Gather more data on these divergent Xenos, so their deployment and movements can better be modeled and predicted. A group of them is reported as active along Section 47B Gamma of the front line. Proceed there immediately, and engage the Destroyers to acquire further combat data.
An onerous task, even by this war's standards. All observations point to the Destroyers being extremely aggressive. Berserkers, even, were they capable of such emotion.
All the more reason to seek out and eliminate them. Your will is that of the Omnisire, Lexico Arcanus, and it shall be done.
Alright, so we get a ranged Castellan robot. I'm going to bring some Vanguard, some Rest Stalkers, a Marshal. Yeah, that will be sufficient of a force. Vidix himself is actually the best single entity killer, if you will, in your army. So what, we got free battles over here? I suppose so. Well, how horrible could it be? I mean, it's certainly better than the swarms of enemies that I deal in Forge Temple.
This is the combat zone where the Destroyers have been reported. Unprotected by Skitarii defenses, we should be too tempting a target for such aggressive constructs. Prepare to engage. Let the motive force infuse you with the might to resist these aberrations.
Alright, one of our goals is going to be to... like, we want to deal with this side. So let's get the Princeps. No, I unfortunately cannot... Right. Yeah, that's the problem with those destroyers.
For the Omnisire!
Alright, could we kill that one? Yes, if we get in close in range. That did hurt. Priorities, though. Those guys are all dead. Keep in mind, we do just have to survive for 3 turns.
Awaiting enlightenment.
Alright, send him there. He was gonna die anyway.
Machine God's will. Wrath of Mars.
Kaboom. Blade ones, my favorite.
Machine God's will.
All right. Yeah, so that shouldn't be a problem. We deal with this one.
By the Machine God.
Not ideal.
Awaiting enlightenment.
Done.
Machine God's will. Omnisire, bless our weapons and curse our foes.
Gotta love that ability. Okay. That's it. The first battle. Let's move on to the next.
That engagement yielded little information of value. The destroyers fight more to kill than to secure a tactical advantage, but that is no more than we knew already. Advance to the extraction point while you can. Akbani will be displeased with the paucity of our data harvest, but that is my concern, not yours. Caution is usually to be welcomed, but the Omnissiah does not grant us an infinity of time with which to exercise it. One of the leaders of the Destroyer Cult! This mission need not be a failure after all. Reach this Necron quickly. There is no telling what we might learn from it.
So what leader do we have to deal with? I do wonder how dealing with the Destroy Cult with the Nihilarch will be in a battle.
For the Omnissiah!
Okay, that's...
Stand intolerant.
Where that I can't engage in melee.
Seeking revelation.
Priorities, priorities, priorities. Okay.
I sense Xenos corruption all about us. Stand intolerant. Wrath of Mars!
He took one of my Vanguard.
Awaiting enlightenment.
No, that's...
Seeking revelation.
Just to be sure.
Obedience. Wrath of Mars. Stand intolerant.
Okay, several destroyers defeated, but my army took damage. It will be fine. Heck no. I'd rather deal with a full max level army than get rid of that robot. Let's get some cognition.
Engage and eliminate the Necron leader directly. If it escapes, we may never have an opportunity to reap such data again.
Let them come. I am ready. Besides, I've dealt with bigger forces with Vidix. The jetpack troops are actually the most annoying ones, and thankfully we haven't really dealt with that.
This is a highly advanced iteration, compared to the destroyers we have observed. All its data will be new to Akbani's Lex Mechanics and Cogitator arrays. And while we're gathering that data, it would be wasteful to spurn the chance to kill it, too.
For the Omnissiah! Omnissiah, bless our weapons and curse our foes! Machine God's will!
Alright, we got a bit of time. Didn't think he had the range on us.
Revelation.
In my sights!
Awaiting enlightenment. Wrath of Mars!
Oh, what an alien.
For the Omnissiah!
But let them get closer.
seeking revelation. Awaiting enlightenment.
Wrath made manifest.
He's done. We don't need
Rare
to deal with all of
intensity
this, by the way.
insufficient. Maximizing zeal.
Remember. Our goal is to kill this one.
By the machine god. Wrath of Mars.
One ranged attack and it's dead. That's it. Well, mostly.
For the Omnissiah.
There we go.
A worthwhile target of opportunity. Return to the extraction point. Akbani has her data, and the Skitari have one fewer destroyer lord to contend with.
I wonder what kind of weapon they would give him to make it worthwhile to replace that lance. Because it is a really, really good weapon.
Ancillary data gathered during observation of the destroyer warforms suggests these creatures may represent not only a parallel command structure, but a distinct ideology within the Necron ranks. The notion of a destroyer cult is fascinating. It forces us to reconsider all we knew about Necrons. In my experience, any fascination the destroyers hold is secondary to the need to eradicate them. Quite so. but efficient elimination is facilitated by knowledge. The data gathered on the Lord-class destroyer constructs has enabled us to track their movements. Geostrategic predictive modeling has suggested a site frequented by the destroyer constructs. It must be explored and all intelligence within made available in the hunt for the Necron. Lector Dogmatus Videx is my crew's authority on matters doctrinal and ideological. Any examination of an alien philosophy is best conducted by him.
No alien has a philosophy as we understand it, Magos Dominus. Recall the Gryan Conclave 92-12. The very thought of the Xenos is as a poison of the mind, and to think it would be to betray one's own humanity.
Yet I must ask you to go among the works of the alien, the better to undo them.
A burden I shoulder willingly, Magos. Rather it fall on me than another less pure of soul, who might be corrupted by the profane knowledge they find. As Arch-Lex Mechanic Voss wrote, the border between knowing thine enemy and succumbing to the sin of empathy is invisible to all but the most pious. I shall acquire this knowledge, but reject its understanding.
Gather all intelligence at this site regarding the destroyers and their doctrines, and put to the flame all which does not grant us greater comprehension. Return this data to us, so it can be duly quarantined and archived.
By the Omnissiah's will, Magi. Omnissiah, bless our weapons and curse our foes.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth using it. You'll lose a lot of damage. I mean, you can strengthen his rituals if you want to. There we go. Oh, you can construct the Forge Temple. Alright, that's good.
Ready.
Send her over there, and let's get some territory.
Transmitting.
Gotta love the robots. Let's wipe them out. This will be pretty quick. Or maybe not.
Coordinating data.
Shocking. Well, that's the big one destroyed. And honestly, that was
Skitarii
the
Command
most
Doctrina effective. Transmitting.
Keep our robot alive, if you will. Oof.
Ready.
Leave that for a bit. We got some healing to do.
Transmitting.
There we go. Just a bit of healing. Get that robot back on its feet. Alright, heal up.
A fortunate turn of events that a supply craft was close enough to respond. Not entirely fortunate, then.
Perhaps not. But it's not really an issue. I do gotta love the tank with the massive explosion AoE damage. Oh, I think that's gonna come in handy quite well in
Send it.
this one. Oh, you little shits. Alright, deploy the tank right there. Hold on. Let's get a marshal. One thing. Yeah, this is going to be... Even if they die.
to receive the enemy.
Networking.
Yep, that is the issue.
Skitari Command Doctrina effective. Send it.
If he also goes for her, we're screwed. Thankfully, he did not. Okay. Now the real battle begins.
Let them come.
Processing orders.
Burn, baby, burn. The tank did its job and did it well. Those Lich Guards with armor are up. Nah, I don't want to. You know, it's really annoying when you get like 6 of those damn jumpers on your ass.
Transmitting.
You will stay the fuck away.
I stand.
Yeah, final strike. That's fine. Such precision.
Processing orders.
And readiness.
And that's it.
Following the successful execution of your objectives, strategic calculations have been dramatically revised.
Then the deployment of the intervention clade was justified.
Our data prognostica.
If it be the
Awaiting the site was abandoned, but among its murals and glyphic engravings, I gleaned much about their corruptive convictions. Were my mind not strengthened by steel and study, I might have been struck mad by the insights I gained.
Yet, I detect a certain satisfaction at finding such atrocities.
Only that I might fulfill my duty of suppressing the Magos. My observations suggest the Destroyer cult is devoted to the extinction of all life, down to the microbial and bacterial. Their devotion to death exceeds even their adherence to the will of their Theron, a great offense to their fellow Necrons.
And yet the Necrons are not so offended that they refrain from employing their strength. So, the Destroyers represent the means by which a schism might be opened among the Necrons. This is valuable intelligence indeed.
Some older inscriptions depicted the Destroyers kneeling before a Theron bearing a shining device, a small cube, radiating power. Perhaps an indication they can be cowed with the use of such an artifact.
The Tesseract Labyrinth again. Its significance still eludes me. But it recurs in our investigations, as if the Omnissiah was seeking to draw my attention to it.
When the Omnissiah speaks, Magos Dominus, we must listen.
All right.
For the Omnissiah.
So you can just basically use him as a buff stick. Okay. We'll keep it like that. And as for her... yeah, let's just give her a bit more HP. Very well. The more important bit is that we got all these lovely freaking traits. I think I'm going to go with storing to cognition. Yeah, let's get the Purgation Protocol, just so they have it. So we got a Tomb Complex Assault, which would be useful to protect Ex Veritas from another assault. I'd rather not have to fight another siege, so if we eliminate that, we wouldn't have to do it. But yeah, Costin signing out.